At every level of basketball, it isn't always the biggest, fastest, strongest, or even those who jump the highest that excel. Instead, the players who perfect and execute the basics are the ones that will have a much better chance of succeeding and rising through the levels of competition. What's going on, basketball world? My name is Marcus Cody. I'm owner and lead trainer at Basics Basketball here in Spokane, Washington. Now, the main focus of my program is to get kids marketable, to be recruited to play college basketball. Now, granted, not everybody's going to be a Division I player, but the main goal is to get school paid for and more or less get that college education. Now, what we're going to be doing today is showing you a few advanced drills that will help you on your way. Everybody has their little form shooting, little warm-up drills that everybody do where you're coming up, you know, hands up, everything here, you're up and following through, okay? Now, the big thing with that doesn't really create the elevation that you need and the strength that you need to end up having range on your jump shot. Now, what I'm going to show you today is what I call the set downs. Now, the big thing with the set down, as with anything else in basketball, you know, when you're passing the ball, full extension on the pass. When you're on the dribble, full extension on the dribble. And this right here is going to be full extension on the arm. Now, this is a set down, and this is how this goes. Your main thing is that you want to line yourself up. Is to make sure we're center of the hoop. Like I like to call it, you know, each one of these hoops that the rim, well, at the net is coming from, I like to say there's a quarter sitting behind there. And it's the saying I say, front of the rim, back of the quarter, up and over the top. And when we follow through, it's like somebody is hitting your elbow with a sledgehammer, a violent snap through. Okay, here's how it goes. Come through right over the top. Going right over the top, front of the rim, back of the quarter. This also helps working on your touch. Now, as you advance, you can come on back. And we still got it. Where you get holding the follow through, snap, and you're following all the way through. All right, now the next part is kind of warm up to go through. You'd probably want to shoot 20 to 50 of these set downs at first. And then we come back to do the pickups. This really works on your touch and actually work on getting the ball a little bit higher in the air. So instead of what most people say, we're shooting at the back of the rim, but shooting at the back of the rim, you're looking underneath it. You want to go up and over so your ball has a chance to go in. Now it's the same principle. Line up, elbow, arms, feet, going all the way through. And what you really want to focus on is popping the hips to get you your lift up. All right, here goes a few. Step in, all one motion. You're getting the height. Eyes on the target at every time. Front of the rim, back of the quarter. You got the good height on the shot, good touch. The main focus is get the height. A lot of people have problems, they follow the basketball with their eyes. Usually if you follow the ball with your eyes, it's either going long, it's going short. Okay, so the main thing is eyes on the target at all times. Next drill, we're calling it the 3-point X. College coaches like players that are one dribble to the hole from the 3-point line, not 1, 2, 3, not 2, 3 dribbles, because defense is going to close in on you, okay? Older you get, the faster they close in, so you got to be able to get there as quickly as possible. Now, one of the main focuses on this is on your footwork, okay? A lot of players, they'll end up going to the hole, leaning in, pushing off this back, leaning in like this, so they're not really getting into the key, getting into the hole. But what you want to do is step out into it. You want to step out into it, step into the gaps. And when you do that, as long as the dribble and that step is at the same time, you can take your 2 steps. Okay, a lot of players, They don't feel that they can do that, but it's letting your body be its natural self, okay? And one quick key that I use to it to help that is that we lift. So we're out, we lift that foot, boom, step it in, okay? Now, I'm gonna introduce one of my #1 players. Jared Miller, went to University High School here in Spokane, one-time 3A Player of the Week back in the regionals last year. He's gonna do the demonstration on this for me. Now you see the explosiveness that's going on. Right to left, left to right. You're out with the right hand, catching left. Out with the left, catching right. Always keeping the defense to your back. Always keeping the defense to your back. Get into the hole, explode. And then what we end up doing, we continue that on all 5 spots on the court, okay? To make it a little bit more difficult, what you'd end up doing is coming back around and make it 20 layups. Here's the next thing, huge conditioner, okay? This is what I call the killer. You can call it destroyer, whatever it is. Believe me, your players will feel this. But as far as endurance-wise, this is probably the best thing that you can do on a basketball court, no equipment necessary. Now my man Jared here, he's gonna be showing us the killer. Basically what it is a series of 10 jumps from the free throw line, getting up as high as you can, 2 feet, controlling your jump so you don't overdo it. Extending out, getting the lift. This is a real good drill for your big guys or anybody, but make sure that this is a good warm-up as far as practice ends up going as far as the start. Now after he ends up getting done with these 10 jumps, he ends up going in what are called quick hops. Left, right, and 2, that counts as 1. We're gonna do that for 10 of those, and then we're gonna get into the warrior portion of this where we're gonna be shooting some 3-point shots. The main focus is over-exaggerate your form. Follow through, rhythm, eyes on the target. Boom, when you get to this side, you shoot this one, and then we come right back to it. And we come right back to it. So it's gonna be a total of 10 threes all the way. All right, I have 2 words, commitment or resentment. Now the thing is, only 200 teams pretty much will win their last game as a senior in high school. So you know how many of that is that you lose. So the commitment part of that is that you put in all the time, all the effort that you put in, all the effort. You're going to play college basketball next year, got your scholarship. 2, you committed yourself and got everything out of it that you can. But you're still going to college, to go to school, of course, but you're happy with what you did. Or you can be like a lot of them. You know who I'm talking about, resentment. Oh, I wish I would have worked harder. I wish I would have started this earlier. Don't be that person. You get what you put into it, okay? If you want it, you got to put time in. If you don't, sorry.